What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 22, and yeah, again guys, if you want another double upload today, we had one yesterday, but if you want another double upload day of Career Mode, then get this video to 555 likes, and I will upload another episode of Career Mode at 6 PM after the 4 o'clock kickoffs. I think it's West Brom Arsenal on Sky Sports, so yeah, regardless of such, get this video to 555 likes, and I will upload another episode of Career Mode at around 6 PM tonight. So there's your challenge, 555 likes for another episode of Career Mode later on tonight. But anyway, guys, we start the episode off with Mark Bunn declining the contract. Oh god, seriously, how many times? And then Ireland coming to us. Ireland coming to us and say, I'm going to stop with those accents. Ireland coming to us and say, will you manage our nation? And I was like, no, thank you. We're still thinking about obviously Belgium and Poland, and of course it is going to be Belgium in the end if no other offer comes in. So yeah, the Polish job gets rescinded, which is fine because I'm not interested. At the moment, it's Belgium or nothing, so it'll most likely be Belgium, but unless on the odd chance that England or Spain or France come in for us, then we'll take that job, but it is most likely going to be Belgium. Or is it? Because I have a sneaky suspicion that another job is going to come in for us, like France or Spain or Italy, but who knows, maybe they will. Why I'm talking like this, to add suspense, there you go. Anyway, yeah, the Polish job goes, and that's that. But here is a look at the league table. Of course, we entered a new month, and we've only got a few games to go now, 7 games to go. We're sitting in 8th, 12 points behind United in that final Champions League place. It is really, really unlikely we're going to finish any higher than 6th, to be honest. But I'm still not giving up. I mean, we've been in a bit of an inconsistent run since winning the Capital One Cup final, but I'm not giving up. I mean, we're guaranteed Europa League football next year, but I'm not giving up on that Champions League place. I really want it. It would be amazing if we could qualify for the Champions League in the first season. That would just be incredible. So I'm not giving up. I refuse to give up, and fingers crossed we can do it, but it is really unlikely. But I'm not giving up, and that's life. But anyway, here's a squad report as well. Obviously, squad reports again, a reminder, squad reports and league tables out at the start of every month. And yeah, squad reports looking good. Squad reports looking very good. It's, again, you know, kind of frustrating to see Elmander be top scorer of the league, yet go down 2 places in attributes. I mean, that's just stupid, but there you go. Yeah, it's looking okay. Again, I feel we need to really strengthen the defence next season, but in general, it's a good squad. It's got some very decent young players like Butland and Shaw and Redmond and so on, and it's got a good, healthy mix of some really strong first-team players as well. I mean, Leroy Fer looks incredible. I mean, keeping hold of that guy's got to be our priority this summer. But yeah, it's looking good, and that is the squad report. And we take on West Bromwich Albion for the first game of the episode. The Baggies coming here to Carrow Road. So in this game, I was, you know, feeling, like I say, a little bit pessimistic. Of course, the last game we lost to Sunderland in that 5-4 thriller. I didn't really sound very enthusiastic at the back end of the last episode, did I? It was just annoying, you know. I kind of get fed up with the game after a while, you know. When you see that many goals get conceded and scored, it's like I question whether I should actually put the sliders up, but in favour of the AI as much as myself. So both CPU and human sliders up to 75 marking, because the marking is just embarrassing. I mean, I'm not going to touch him because I don't think it's right, but even so, it's just embarrassing in this game. But anyway, my defending's bad, and I should feel bad. But we take on West Brom for the first game of the episode anyway. And in the 10th minute we come through here, Nathan Redmond down left-hand side. Gets past Reed with a nice step over. Then the heel-to-heel flick. His shot is well saved by Ben Foster. But there is Johan Elmander. This guy just can't stop scoring. His 18th of the season. Still the league's top scorer. And yeah, that's exactly why his rating is going down twice. So well done, EA. But in the 18th minute we had a good chance here. But again, the shot goes wide. So we really did start brightly in this game. And in the 28th minute, you see us pass the ball around here. I'm trying to pass the ball around a lot more as well. I'm trying to play, I wouldn't say play possession football, but just sort of pass it around a little bit more, try and score some more team goals. Because I started off playing really nice passing, and now I sort of tried to cross it down the wing a lot more, and then I started to try and do, you know, a little bit of skill goals. Wasn't doing very well, but I'm trying to pass a little bit more, get the team involved completely, and that's what I was doing here. And he sees Townsend find Elmander, he finds Tetty, his shot is well blocked and saved by Ben Foster. But yeah, a sign of things to come. You know, I think I'm really going to try and pass the ball around a lot more, because the side has some decent passes, and yeah, passing the ball, it looks kind of cool this year, so going to try and pass the ball around a bit more. But here you see Luke Shaw take aim from a tight angle, but his shot goes into the side netting, so it was all us in the first half, it really was. West Brom barely threatened, it was all us, and here you see Townsend with a good chance to make it 2-0 here as he crosses the ball in to Elmander, but his header is brilliantly saved by Foster, and then Townsend hits the post, and then Olsen clears the ball away, so still 1-0, and that's how the first half finished. But it was all us, it really was, and in the second half it looked like that was going to continue after Townsend played the ball through here, but West Brom collected it, ended up giving away. Sean Morrison, don't know what he was doing up that far at the pitch, but he collects the ball, gives it to Ricky Van Volkswinkel, tries to chip the goalkeeper, Ben Foster does just about enough, and West Brom managed to clear the ball away, so still 1-0 here. And in the 56th minute, Johan Elmander gets tackled. West Brom come forward for one of their first chances of the game. It's Malumbu who plays the ball out wide to James Morrison. Morrison goes through, great save by Butland, and we eventually managed to get the ball away after the second shot was well saved by Butland, and the corner came to nothing. But in the 65th minute, West Brom came forward here. Scott Sinclair gets the better of Basong. I bring out Morrison, completely murked, to be honest. You know, I know the agility is bad in FIFA, but God knows why I was sprinting with Morrison towards the side there. Basong had it covered. What was I doing? But even so, Norwich 1, West Brom 1. Mistake by me. And he see another great chance for West Brom. But again, Jack Butland, what a great save. He may not be keeping a clean sheets because my defending's awful, but even so, he's making some great saves. He really is. And it's still 1-1 here. And in the 78th minute, Ricky Van Volkswinkel collects the ball here down the left-hand side. Does well to keep the ball on, rolls it through to Nathan Redmond. Redmond takes aim with his right foot. That was such a great chance for the young man, but his finesse shot goes wide of the post, so still 1-1. And in the 90th minute, we were doing our best to try and score a winner here. Teddy finds Redmond, his shot is blocked. Then comes to Sean Morrison, he gives it to Basong. The centre-backs eventually play the ball out wide to Andros Townsend. Townsend goes down the left-hand side, skips past his man, crosses the ball into the far post. Oh, such a teasing cross, and Ben Foster just about does enough there, and it is still 1-1. But the chance from that came to Nathan Redmond here. Redmond picks the ball up here and takes aim, and the deflected shot unfortunately goes straight to Ben Foster. So it did finish 1-1. Foster holds onto the ball, time wasting by Ben Foster. Foster holds onto the ball, and it does finish Norwich 1, West Brom 1. So a frustrating result because we played far better than West Brom, but we just didn't take those chances. That is one of the big problems I have, is taking those chances. I mean, I know my defending is bad, but even so, taking the chances, I just don't do it enough, and unfortunately that is why we lost, drew 1-1 and didn't get all 3 points. But straight after the game, we found out that Cardiff have already been relegated. That's crazy. There's still like 8 games to go and Cardiff have already been relegated, so sorry to any of you that support Cardiff and you are hoping for a bit of a better debut season from your team in this year's career mode, but unfortunately they are down rock bottom. But there you go. It's just weird, you know, because Cardiff aren't even doing that bad in real life, but that was embarrassing. But even so, yeah, we take on Fulham for the next game here. We come to London to take on Fulham at Craven Cottage, and again, still looking for that win, first win after the Capital One Cup final. Don't think we've had a win since Capital One Cup final yet, have we? I don't think we have. Have we? I'm not sure. I can't remember. But anyway, we take on Fulham for this game, and I was looking for a win regardless. You know, we should have won the last game, but again, we didn't take those chances, and my defending was poor when Scott Sinclair scored the equaliser. So taking on Fulham here, was feeling, you know, a little bit confident. I had reason to be confident after a very strong showing against West Brom. So coming into this game, I was feeling relatively confident, but again a little bit pessimistic because we haven't been doing too well, so a bit of a mix. But in the 5th minute, Luke Shaw plays it through to Ricky Van Volkswinkel, and the Dutch striker just smashes the ball into the top corner. It was such a great finish by Van Volkswinkel, just powered it past Stecklenburg, and he beat his Dutch colleague with a fantastic finish. So Fulham 0, Norwich 1, and here you see us again trying to pass the ball around a bit, just play, again, not possession football, but just pass it around, try and get everyone involved, and you know, just take our time. You know, no need to just blast the ball up the pitch and then take aim, but just, you know, just pass the ball around, work the opportunity, and we did, because Leroy Fer rolled it through to Elmander. Elmander played it back inside. Unfortunately, Fulham managed to clear it. However, it came to Elmander, who found Ricky Van Volkswinkel. Chance for his second goal of the game. No, he hits the bar. Unlucky from Ricky Van Volkswinkel, and eventually the chance comes to nothing there. So still 1-0, and that was how it finished for the first half. But in the second half, we came forward here. Andros Townsend down the right-hand side again, just trying to pass the ball around now, not just go run down the wing across it, try and pass the ball around. Elmander flicks the ball through to Andros Townsend down the right-hand side here, skips past Kieran Richardson with a nice piece of dribbling, rolls the ball through to Tetty. Teddy goes one-on-one, dinks the ball over the goalkeeper. It gets a little bit of a block, but it comes back to Tetty, and it's a simple finish by our centre midfielder. who puts the ball into the empty net. So Fulham 0, Norwich 2, and as things still, we were on course for the first 3 points since the Capital One Cup final, I think, I can't remember. But even so, we have to be on our best game defensively, and Jack Butland he was playing amazing. Another good save by our young goalkeeper, and just past the hour mark, Scott Parker collects the ball down the right hand side here, and the former Spurs midfielder crosses the ball in, but the header goes wide. So still 2-0, and in the 74th minute, the Jagger shuts down Nathan Redmond here. The ball eventually goes to Boateng, gives it back to the Jagger, crosses the ball in towards Scott Parker, and again Butland makes a fantastic save, and Ruiz's volley failed to make the match of the day highlight. So still 2-0 here, and with a quarter hour to go, we looked as though we were surely going to collect the 3 points here, which was fantastic because it's a much needed 3 points really to end this slump. And in the 77th minute, Nathan Redmond collects the ball here and gives it to Olsen. Olsen down the left hand side, and I said I wasn't going to play wing play, but look at this from Olsen. This is an awesome run. Wasn't going to get beat at all. Fantastic pace by the Swede. Crosses the ball in, off balance, comes to Elmander. His header is tipped over the bar by Stecklenburg. Really awesome run from Olsen, it really was. And from the corner, Snodgrass crosses it in towards Elmander, but it's a good save by Ben Foster. It goes out for another corner after the Swedes' header was well saved, but it ends up coming to nothing, as you will see here. Redmond's shot doesn't find the back of the net. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, 555 likes for another episode of Career Mode later on tonight, and hopefully I'll see you for that episode of Career Mode later on tonight, if not tomorrow afternoon.